Mr. Allen, your name?
Marcus, but
Counsel, I've got a favor to ask you, if you can do it. You live on Perry Lane, sir?
no,
Where? What city?
wrong.
I got a court to school program. I need another participant. January 27th at Brownstown Middle School. Mr. Allen, you don't have to do that. If you choose to do that, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a little more embarrassing, but these are just middle school kids, sixth, seventh, eighth grade. I will give you credit toward any jail, court work, or community service. And for appearing there. And I'm also gonna give you credit for today, since you've been sitting around here for 50 minutes. Can you do it January 27th? You'd have to be there at 7:45 in the morning.
I'm not here on the 27th, because I've got jury selection at 16th District Court.
In Livonia. What time's that start?
I believe that's scheduled for, I want to say 9 o'clock, but I have to check my schedule.
You just went over this today with him, right? Mr. Shemke was his lawyer before. Is that true or false?
Correct. Well, I was told it was Mr. Crawford. Is that right, John?
This was real?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Okay, I misspoke.
Oh, it was Mr. Shemke?
I still can give you a lawyer that can go over this just as he did today.
Yeah.
All right. You good with this? You don't let me down now. I need you there, okay? We're gonna see. It starts at 8:15, right, Heather?
Yes, Judge.
So I need you there, and you know where Brownstown Middle School is?
Yeah.
All right, so you don't need a map or anything, right?
Nope.
All right, I'm just asking, okay, so you're gonna be there January the 27th, and I need you there by 7:45, okay?
Yes.
Heather, we need another lawyer for him, okay?
Okay, Judge.
So don't let me down. I can't have you late. They won't, they're gonna walk in there at 8:15. I need everybody ready to go, okay? I really appreciate you doing that.
I'll give you the notice.
Hang on, I need to make a note here. Heather, they're gonna bring the file to you. Just write on the register that I said I'd give them credit for today and the court to school today. I don't usually give them credit for today for sure, but I'll
Yes,
do that
Judge.
for you, okay? Good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks for doing that.
Mr. Allen, just go down to the clerk's window and get your notice.
Do you have Smallwood?
I do.
John Gregory Smallwood. Has this been yours? This is 25B149428.
Judge, on the paperwork, it said improper, so I don't know that he has an attorney.
Oh, no, you didn't. Your name, sir?
John Smallwood.
So you didn't talk to him or anything?
Today I did.
Well, he waived his right to a lawyer, I believe, right?
Today?
Well, I'm gonna ask him again,
Okay.
but I don't know why they would have given you that. If
I
you
was giving-
That's okay. So, sir, you have the right to a lawyer. And I would be happy to provide you with one at public expense.
No, thank you.
You waive your right to a lawyer?
I did.
Are you willing to do this? Court to school, like I just explained?
Stay close to school.
Yeah, I don't know if you were listening or not. I just covered this with that last gentleman. I'm doing a sentencing at Brownstown Middle School on 3 or 4 different cases on January 22nd. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be more embarrassing than here. What is it, 4 people in here or something? But it's just 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students. I'd appreciate it. You don't have to do it. If you tell me, Judge, I just don't feel comfortable, I'm gonna sentence you now. If you're willing to do it, I'm gonna give you credit not only for today, but for that day, for any jail, court work, or community service. Do you understand that?
I do.
Are you willing to do it?
I am. I have children of that age and experience with that kind of.
They're not gonna be, they don't go to Brownstown Middle School, right?
No, they're in Riverview.
All right, so I appreciate that. I need you there though by 7:45, okay?
Sure.
So it's gonna be 1:27. We'll give you the notice down the hall by 7:45, all right? I really appreciate you doing this.
No problem.
And and Heather, make a note on his file as well. giving him credit for today on the register and for the court to school day, okay?
Okay, Judge.
You're all set. Do you know where Brownstown Middle School is?
I'll find it.
We'll give you a map. Can you give him a map, please, Heather?
Yes, Judge.
Thanks a lot. Go down the hall, get your notice. I really appreciate you doing this. Thank you. If anything, I'm easier in those days. All right, you're all set. Good luck.
Judge, you did tell Mr. Allen 8:15?
Did I say 8:15? I missed.
Mr. Allen, yes. In case you want to let him.
No, I told him 7:45.
No, you told him 8:15.
You did tell, I have 7:45 on the notice. It starts at 8:15.
I.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
Better safe than sorry. Thank you. Wendy K. Augustinus, file 25B149340. Morning, ma'am. You can come right through there. Just come right through there. You're good. Go up to the podium, tell me your name.
Enrique Augustinus.
Why weren't you here on December 17th?
Sick. I'm still on antibiotics. I feel
Did you call the court and tell them you were sick
I did.
on December 17th?
She said that it was scheduled.
You have the right to a lawyer. You're charged with parental responsibility. It said your son threw rocks at a vehicle causing damage to a motor vehicle.
She said they were trying to-
Hang on.
Old.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna give you a lawyer if you want. You want a lawyer? Are you sure? I'd get a lawyer to free. I don't like the nature of these charges to begin with. Huh?
I guess so, yes.
We'll give you a lawyer. Go out in the hallway. My court officer will bring it out. And the lawyer will negotiate with the prosecutor, all right? Now, either way, you're coming back in front of me, all right? Good luck. Barrett Bees?
They found it.
Oh, quick.
Barrett Philip Bees, 25B149836A and B.
Morning, Judge. Sajid Khan, P654887 on behalf of Mr. Bees, who stands to my left.
I also have a C file here.
Yeah.
Good morning. Your name?
There it is.
All right, let me just take a quick peek here. All right. So you've got a plea. You want to put this on record?
Yes, please. I've negotiated with the prosecutor to a resolution by which Mr. Bees would plead guilty to an added count of operating while visibly impaired and also another count of distracted driving under ordinance. He would be responsible to that. In exchange, the prosecutor's office would dismiss the original charges of operating while intoxicated, holding intoxicants, and no prevention.
All right, so I'll put the distracted driving on the C file there, okay? Sir, you understand what your lawyer has just said?
Yeah.
If you plead responsible to distracted driving, that is a civil infraction. That's a 0-pointer. Do you understand that? If you plead to operating while impaired, the possible penalties are up to $300 in fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service. Court costs are all those 4 points, license suspension or revocation in accordance with your record. And your vehicle could be, or might have to be immobilized depending upon your record. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights, and there will not be a hearing or a trial of any kind. Do you understand that? All right. Any questions before I ask you how you plead? To the charge operating while visibly impaired, how do you wish to plead, sir? Were you operating a motor vehicle on Telegraph near Sibley in Brownstown on November 9 to 25 at 1:51 in the morning?
Yes.
Prior to that, did you drink alcohol? And if so, what did you drink and how much?
I did. I had 2 beers and 2 shots of tequila.
And was your ability to operate that motor vehicle impaired because of the alcohol consumption? And if so, in what way?
Was
Why were you pulled over by the police?
pulled on for swerving to the turning my going in the opposite direction.
Do you think you did that at least in part because of your alcohol consumption?
Yes.
Did you, ultimately you were arrested, is that right? Transported to the police station? Did you take an intoxilizer there or did you take was it a blood draw?
On the intoxicants.
And what were, in counsel, this says the result was 0.13. Do you stipulate that that was an accurate reading for purposes of the plea?
For purposes of the plea, it's stipulated.
Are you on probation or parole right now?
No.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty? I'm gonna accept your plea to operating while impaired. To the charge distracted driving, responsible or not responsible. I'll accept the plea to impaired driving, distracted driving, and I will dismiss on per agreement and stipulation of the parties, the operating while intoxicated, the no proof of insurance, and the open intox. I'm going to refer you for a screening and assessment. You're going to be screened and assessed today. You'll come back for sentence at a later time. Counsel, does he have any priors?
No problem, Judge.
Okay, and so. Ooh. I already arraigned him on this. I'll tell you what, I'll just continue the bond at this point. We'll give you a sentence date and then you'll come back for sentence. What do you have for me, Heather?
Judge, we do have another court to school on February 9th. I don't know if that's too far out, if we want to look for more sentencings.
Mr. Khan,
So,
I would love if you did that for me.
yes, that's everything to be done by February 9th. Yes.
I'm gonna be more than fair with him. I'll give him credit for that day toward any jail, court work, or community service, okay? So where's that one at again?
Woodhaven High School.
Okay, at Woodhaven High. Do you know, we'll give the defendant and his lawyer a calendar, especially the defendant. So it's right down the street here, actually. But it's about I don't know, mile and a half, 2 miles. It's all the way to Telegraph. So it's, but we'll do that. And what time does that start at, Heather?
That one starts at 8 o'clock.
So I'm gonna need you there no later than 7:40 AM. No later though, okay? You're not gonna hurt my feelings if you get there earlier. You and your lawyer can go over the report. I just can't wait. And that's what we'll do then, okay? Anything else, counsel? Appreciate it. So, go down the hall, get your notice, then and the map, and then go to probation where you'll fill out a questionnaire and be interviewed, okay?
Thank you.
Good to have you here, Mr. Khan. Thank you very much. Marquis Eugene Jemison, 25B150014A and B. Sir,
Marquis Jensen?
all right, you didn't have a lawyer today, right? You went and negotiated this yourself. You waived your right to a lawyer previously, true?
Yes.
So you're going to plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, and then they are going to dismiss the driving on a suspended and the expired plate, right?
Yes.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
If you plead to allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, the possible penalties are up to 500 fines, 90 days jail. Costs are all those 0 points. It won't get reported to the Secretary of State. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And did you sign, read, and understand an advice of rights form here today?
Yeah.
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a trial of any kind. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You still have the right to a lawyer. If you want one, I will give you one at public expense. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Would you like a lawyer?
No.
To the charge, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Yeah.
Were you in control of a motor vehicle on November 23 of 25 that was being operated in the township of Brownstown, a 2011 Ford that was being operated on Telegraph near Pennsylvania and Brownstown?
Yeah.
And you were suspended
Yes.
and you knew that?
Yeah.
And you were operating the vehicle at the time, true?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole right now?
No.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
Plea is accepted to that charge, allowing a licensed driver to drive. And I'm dismissing the suspended and expired plates. Get an FAC suspension on a warrant. You gonna take care of that?
Yes, I'm in proceeding.
Pardon me?
I'm proceeding now.
Have you been there yet?
Yes, been going on for since 2000.
No, have you been there recently to take care of your ticket?
Oh, yeah, it was this, it was postponed. I was here prior, 23rd, December 23rd. And then I'm back again, January 20th.
All right. Anything else you'd like to tell me before I sent you on this?
No.
100 fines, 150 costs, 75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment, 375 or 90 days. Okay? You can go down the hall and pay that and you're all set. You have that to pay, right?
Not really, but
How much do you have?
I'm gonna call my wife. We're gonna get it done.
Well, if you need time, I don't have a problem. You have $200 with you? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, pay 200 today. And then I'll give you time to pay the rest. When can you pay the rest? Can I give you 2 weeks?
2 weeks, yes.
January 28th, okay? Pay 200 now. And the balance, which would be 175 on January 28th. If something happens and you don't have the money, no problem, call the court. We'll go on Zoom. Or you can drive up here and I'll be glad to give you an extension. Just got to come at 8:30 in the morning on or before the due date, okay?
Sir.
You're all set. Good luck.
Thank you.
People against Zachary D. Clement, 16M7016.
This courtroom session starts off in an unexpected way. Instead of immediate punishment, the judge offers something different, a chance. A defendant, Mr. Allen, stands before the court. The judge asks him a simple question, but then makes an unusual request. There's a special program, a court-to-school initiative where defendants speak in front of middle school students, sharing their mistakes as a lesson. The judge is honest. It might be a little embarrassing, she says, but it's just kids, 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And then comes the incentive. If he agrees, he'll get credit toward jail time, court work, or community service. Mr. Allen hesitates. He has another court date, but the judge insists she needs him there. Don't let me down, she says firmly. Eventually, he agrees, but he's not the only one. Another defendant steps forward. Same offer, same condition. The judge explains again. This isn't just punishment, it's accountability. Stand in front of students. Own your actions. Turn your mistake into a lesson for others. And once again, the defendant agrees. As the session continues, different cases unfold. One man faces charges for impaired driving. The judge carefully explains the consequences. Fines, possible jail time, license suspension. The man admits it. He drank, he drove, and he made a mistake. Instead of immediate sentencing, he's referred for evaluation, another chance to correct his path. Then another case. A man admits to allowing an unlicensed driver to operate his vehicle. The judge doesn't just punish him. She works with him. He can't pay the full fine today, so she gives him time. Pay what you can now. Come back later for the rest. Firm, but fair. And that's what makes this courtroom different. It's not just about punishment. It's about responsibility, consequences, and second chances. From sending defendants to schools, to adjusting fines, to giving people opportunities to do better, the message is clear. Backhand index pointing right, your actions have consequences. But how you respond can change everything. Clapperboard end line, strong hook. In this courtroom, justice isn't just served, it's taught.
Honor, if I may, my client actually lives in Ohio. He's actually, all of his criminal history is from the past. He's actually cleaned up his life big time. He was not even aware of this warrant. What made you aware of this warrant?
I had bought a car dealership, just a serial entrepreneur.
You bought a car dealership?
Correct, John. To apply for my license to, sell cars, they said that I had an active warrant.
Where's Strongsville at?
Cleveland.
Okay.
It's a suburb of Cleveland.
All right. What else do you want to say? Anything?
Yeah, I'll just say, Your Honor, all my client's past criminal history is from around that time. It was a very bad time in his life. As you can tell, my client has cleaned up his life big time. He's an entrepreneur. He has a valid license.
I like that word, entrepreneur.
And not only that, Your Honor, I like this. He dressed up for court because he takes this.
He's got a tie on.
Yeah. And
Nice tie.
he doesn't have a history of.
$7,500 personal bond. You can leave the state to go to Ohio. How's that?
Your Honor, I was going to address one more thing.
Okay.
Well, just with regards to travel, my client has had a previous trip traveled to Miami. He actually was
Miami.
He's with his girlfriend. He's supposed to leave today, come back the 23rd.
Okay.
I was gonna waive 21 days there, but there's no need since you scheduled it on the 27th.
You can go to Miami between January 14th and 23rd. How's that? Okay. And you can leave the state to go to Ohio.
would he be able to leave the state to go to, if, for work purposes, if he informs the court prior to?
He doesn't need to tell me. You
Okay,
can leave the state for employment purposes also, okay?
thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so $7,500 personal bond. Again, you can leave the state to go to Ohio. You can go to Miami between January 14 and 23. You can leave the state for employment purposes. You cannot purchase, possess, or consume alcohol, marijuana, or illegal drugs. Go down the hall, get your notices. You're going to be in front of Judge Hessen, Mr. Dubin, okay?
No problem.
Have a good day. Good luck, sir. Thank you. You too.
Great day. Oh, you know what? I haven't seen you guys since last year, so happy New Year's Eve.
Thank you. You too. Randy Allen Tamora. 25E148572. How you doing there, Mr. Tadora? I was too easy on you, wasn't I? Your name?
Randy Tadora.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury, the testimony you've given these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
I do.
Since you were in court, have you been arrested? I took this under 771.1 back on July 16th, placed you on probation. Any new charges pending?
No,
Any contact with the police?
no. My daughter's learned,
I'm sorry?
my daughter's learned a lesson that day,
All
sir.
right. Case dismissed. You're compliant. Motion to the prosecutor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you. Thank you. Abdullah, okay, Mohammed M. Hawakma, 25B149772. Good morning.
Judge, if I may, the translator on that case left.
That's correct.
Why?
He said he'd be available by Zoom,
Why did he leave?
because apparently I had him as a no-show. But he did leave about an hour ago.
Your Honor,
How are you today, by the way? Nice to see you.
good to see you, Your Honor. Sharon Payne appearing on behalf of Abdullah Hawatma. For purposes of today, I believe my client wishes to waive the services of the interpreter. If you could have the interpreter present for the pre-sentence investigation and the sentencing. Up to the.
Let's call, Heather, call the interpreter. I don't understand why he left. I mean,
Your Honor, he was here at 9:35. The defendant wasn't here, and he had court at 10 at another court, so he left. Yep.
you gotta be careful when we have interpreters. They charge us a lot of money, you know what I'm saying?
And originally, this case was scheduled for 9:30.
Okay,
Changed the date, and I think the time got changed, and my understanding was today it was 9:30 as well. And my client was here.
He never checked with me around.
well, it's understandable. It is scheduled for 8:30. I mean, he doesn't speak English. Geez. Where's your office again?
Southfield.
Heather, are you trying to call the interpreter?
I don't have the contact. I'm not sure who the interpreter was on this. This was something that was scheduled prior to me coming into your court. Judge, I'm not sure if there's something in the file.
Yeah, if you have it,
I have it, it's back at the office. Do you want me to go grab it?
please. Yeah, it was scheduled for 8:30, just, I don't even, if he can't speak English, I don't want to take his plea without the interpreter.
I'm sorry, you're right here.
No, I'm sorry. If he can't speak English, I don't want to take his plea without the interpreter, right? So why don't we just adjourn it?
Okay,
And you just got to be here at 8:30 next time.
that won't be a problem.
Okay, so I'm not even going to arraign him. Does he have any priors?
No,
What was the blood or breath result here allegedly? The blood or breath result here allegedly?
the blood
The-
alcohols that were.
Yes,
0.13.
okay. And he has no priors. We're gonna set a new arraignment and pretrial date. We need the interpreter. I mean, if he's got court at 10, you're gonna be waiting around. I don't want to have you wait around. I'm sorry about this. Give me another date if you would, Heather, and we'll do it in a couple weeks or so.
Okay, Judge, we could do January 28th at 9:30.
Is that good with you?
That's good with me, Your Honor.
At 9:30, and then just make sure the interpreter, I really wish he would have checked in with me. I saw him floating around the back today, but thought I saw him floating around the back yesterday too. I could be wrong about that. So I'll just keep everything in the file again. I'm not gonna, just tell him I don't want him to drink alcohol, right?
Understood.
Okay? If you can write that or whatever you can do. Go down the hall, get your notice, you too. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Amanda Joe Mathis and a 25B150098. All right, man. Your name?